30 Rockers, and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 102, and it was an absolutely fantastic day, despite the fact that I'm a real guy living in the real world. And what I mean by that is that today I was overbooked. I had lots of meetings all day long, and they just so happened to run long, like sometimes they do, and that prevented me from making it to yoga today. So it was unfortunate, and I was really kind of kicking myself most of the evening, saying, boy, I just really wanted to get to my evening yoga. And at the same time, I'm just so grateful to be able to do all the things that I'm able to do right now, and to have to miss over priorities. Well, sometimes we'll have to make that choice. And so today, that's the choice that I made, was I've got to get things done and accomplish things. So the other new development is that I shared with you yesterday that I played some baseball in the side yard with my children, which was absolutely phenomenal. Well, apparently after that game, the kids have taken it to a new level. So it is now called yard ball, and they're starting to develop some rules. I don't know where they got that from. If you've been here a while, maybe you've heard about rock hockey and kind of this created sport that's turned into something bigger than that. So yard ball might just have the same phenomenon happening, except for this one I can safely play with my children. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they develop that. I'm going to stay on the sidelines and just play under their rules. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now, yesterday I told you that I'm a little bit dissatisfied in my progress here on day 102. And it's not that things aren't going great, because they really are. And I'm seeing changes in my body, and I know that I'm losing weight because I keep cinching up my belt, and older clothes continue to keep fitting me. But I'm not going as fast as I thought by day 102 I would be. As far as the weight loss, everything else is probably right in check. So I started looking at my diet. And one of the things that I used very early on when I was transitioning from the sad American diet, the standard American diet, it is sad, to living foods, was I ate a lot of nuts. And there's nuts in a lot of raw foods as well. And I had no issue with that whatsoever. Well, that is something that I've kind of carried through. And right now, this is my daily snack. And you can see that doesn't look like a lot. That's cashews, and typically they're raw. If I'm in a pinch and I can't get raw, I will buy sea salted cashews with nothing else on them. So there it is. No big deal. I mean, that's what, maybe a handful of nuts, probably two. Well, let me tell you about those nuts. Those nuts have half a day's worth of calories in them, 1,020 calories and 78 grams of fat. And even eating that, I continue to get healthier and lose weight. So I'm not anti-nut whatsoever. But at this point in my journey, because I want to speed things up, I can't continue to eat this as a snack. You know, it became an alternative to a Dorito, a Cheeto, whatever you will, and certainly still far better because this is good fat and good calories. But considering that I still eat a lot of food, to have this much fat and calories going to a snack is something that I need to stop and get the discipline to stop. And so, I'm not sure, I mean, mentally, I'm there right now that I say, okay, you know what, if I cut out the nuts, and when I looked at the nuts today, I took what I eat a day, this is it. I mean, that doesn't seem like that much, does it? So it's a little bit daunting to me. Now, if I choose not to speed things up, I can continue to eat this amount of nuts every day, and my journey as far as getting to where I want to be weight-wise is just going to take longer. But I'm impatient, and I want to get there sooner. So this is what I think might be holding me up from realizing where I felt I might be on day 102 and where I really am. And so I'm going to look at that a little bit closer and start looking at some alternatives to eating nuts. For those of you that are out there eating raw foods or a living food lifestyle, you recognize that that's not a lot of nuts. At the same time, there's nuts in a lot of the foods that I eat, like I said. So you take those all together, and I'm probably nut heavy, and so I'm going to look at reducing that, probably just through my snack, and see what that does to my results. So the other thing I wanted to mention real quick before I go is that I shared with you yesterday about the tomatoes, and boy, I mean, I had more tomatoes today. Absolutely loving tomatoes. And Vicki had commented, hey, maybe you want to consider growing them, and you're absolutely right. And that is something that I will be doing this year, and I encourage anybody out there that's getting into this lifestyle, that's getting into eating healthier, even if you don't have a lot of space, there's earth boxes out there. You can grow it inside if you need to. But just grow some of your own fruits and veggies. Veggies are easier in the climate that I'm in, but just grow some of your own. It's one of the things that we started to do almost a year ago, and it just is a great way to reconnect with where your food is coming from, and the joy of eating some of the food that you've grown yourself is. It's actually astounding. It's something that I've taken for granted for years, and once I started making the choice to live this lifestyle, the idea of putting a seed in the soil and watching that sprout and grow, and you nurture it, and all of a sudden you're eating a carrot or a radish or a tomato or lots of them. It's just a phenomenal thing, and I think it's a great way to help you, to help your family, to understand what it is that we're putting into our bodies. And so it's an absolutely wonderful thing that regardless of where you are, there's a way to do effectively and efficiently, and to enjoy your own produce, and it's cheaper in the long run. So so thanks for bringing that up, because that's something that we have done and we're going to do again this year. So until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there, and rock on.